It's now time for another one of those Schmoedown matches that make us do the Tim Allen. This is Lon Harris versus Cody Hall. It's teacher versus student. Yeah, this match is either going to be real predictable or real insane. Let's find out which one we're doing at the end of this today on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Out of time, so say goodbye. What is yours now is mine, and I dream broken dreams. I make them come true. I make them for you.
Welcome back. So the match got up a little bit late, but that's all right because it's here now, and let's react to it in 3, 2, 1.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know about
Hello,
the Patreon,
Christian.
you guys have a chance to support the Schmoedown. Now, myself, Mark Ellis, we've taken over
This,
the production.
as I said, this is one of those matches where it seems a little too good to be true.
Right there, if you want to support the Schmoedown by becoming a patron today,
I'm
go
sure
ahead and do
everybody
it.
is
Cannot thank you guys
expecting
enough for all the support
Lon
you give
to
us.
win.
Yeah, there's some really crazy teams in there. I'd love to get your opinions on it. Now, go enjoy
I mean,
the match.
I'm
Do it.
I'm
It's a good match.
confused.
God's sakes.
I mean, yes, this is the student versus teacher thing, and that's weird. There was no promo at the beginning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hello,
welcome
Mark.
back to the
Hello,
Movie Trivia
Chad.
Schmoedown. I am Mark Ellis. They call me Baby Carrots around these parts. Right over here is Ken Knapsack.
Mark-
Ken, what a matchup
Mark
we
have
have
a
today. Two of the
Carl's
best
Jr.
competitors in
Cup?
Schmoedown history.
We don't
are
know what
not
Carl's
here
Jr.
today.
is around
Lon
here. We
Harris
call
and
it
Cody Hall
Hardee's.
are.
I can sense your tone in what you're saying there. I see the subtext. You are insinuating that the Professor Lon Harris, one of the most intelligent competitors ever to grace us here at the Schmoedown, is picking on Cody Hall. I've heard you talking in the pre-production. I've heard you talking off air. You are disparaging Cody with that kind of tone because this is an amazing competitor.
Look, the guy won a nice poll on Facebook, okay? He won
If
the Movie
by the
Trivia
grace of
Schmoedown, we had a
gods that
poll, who's the
Cody
prospect
is
to watch
somehow
this season,
able
and
to
Lon
pull
Harris
this
did
off,
win that.
there
He beat
is
Mark Bernard in
there
his
is
first
one
match,
thing they
but he's
can
been
do to
doing
get around
nothing but
this.
needling and
Obviously,
harassing and
being
being
the student-teacher
very passive-aggressive
thing,
about such a task to Cody
they can
Hall.
do the
Cody Hall
whole
is somebody
thing
who
where
I
Lon
didn't even
basically
know
just
he's
goes,
seen
well,
a
I
movie,
just
and now Lon
embarked
Harris
all
is
of my
shouting. He's saying all
movie
these
knowledge
things about
to
Cody.
one
Lon
Cody
Harris
Hall,
is an
and
up-and-coming
he has
prospect in here.
prospered
But Cody
greatly.
Hall, Ken, in sports terms,
Now, that
this
being
is
said, if
like
it
the
still happens, I
1976
will still
Buccaneers,
have
throwing
my
you young kids like
jaw
recent
to
Cleveland
the
Browns. It's a
carpet
really
below
bad
me,
orange team
but
at football.
John McKay was their coach.
there is
were
one
no
way they can do
0-14.
it.
Doug Williams was the
Whether
quarterback.
it's
I get
believable
the
or
reference.
not, that remains to be
But here's
seen.
the thing: Season 5 of the Schmoedown is one of the first supported by the fans directly.
Hopefully, though,
We've got
the
Patreon page. It's
the
going
movie
strong.
trivia
Yeah,
gods
still
will
support. But what
cooperate.
that means, Mr. Ellis, is that new things will happen here. New competitors will break out, and the Professor is one of those competitors. He took on Mark Bernard last year, a great competitor. He showed him his lunch, looked at it, put Bernard's face in it, moved it around, and then after the match, gave Cody Hall the opportunity of a lifetime, and that's what we're here today to watch.
Well, you seem really high on Lon the Professor, and I will say this. I think that this match puts a lot more pressure on Mr. Harris than it does on Cody Hall, because if
It
Lon
does.
wins today, he
What
was
does
supposed
Cody
to win.
got
He
to
challenged for
lose?
Cody Hall, a kid who's never seen a picture in his life. But if Cody wins, Lon Harris may
I
never
don't
live
know
down
about
the embarrassment. Oh, boy, some fists and fur are going to fly today.
Look, all right, Cody Hall hasn't competed since 2014. What's going on in Cody's head? This is the pressure mounted
I've actually
on him.
seen that.
Do I really belong here? Should I have just quit and ran away? No. This is all Cody. This is the pressure building in his brain. It's not the Professor. The Professor feels no pressure.
Well, maybe we let the fans decide because they were doing some yapping pregame. Here's a quick clip of how these matchups feel going into the competitors. Huh?
So I'm back in the Schmoedown, and honestly, I have no idea
The
why.
web
I
slinger.
thought I established a long time ago. I'm very bad at this, and then out of nowhere,
He
this
does
Lon
look a
Harris
little
guy,
like
who I've
Peter
never met in my
Parker.
entire life, just decides to call me out after having like one of the best first matches ever. And don't know, it's like LeBron James winning Rookie of the Year, then calling out Smush Parker for a one-on-one. It just doesn't make any sense.
You know, I think that
Hey,
people were
Smush
impressed
Parker
with my
was a
first
very
appearance on the show
underrated
because
player,
they're
and
so
for people wondering, yes,
desperate for
Smush
someone
Parker
to
was an
come
actual
who can
NBA player.
Speak about film in a thoughtful, in an educated,
Smush, you
in a
just, that's another
worldly
thing that
way.
sounds
We've
too
had
good
so
to be
many
real.
competitors come through who was like, oh,
Smush,
yes,
yes.
Iron Man has his
Somebody
Mach
on this
20
planet
suit
named their
and
kid
his Mike
Smush.
40 suit, and oh, which hero is going to cross over
America,
with which hero
folks.
in the Turtle movies, and finally, like a breath of fresh air, the professor has come to bring the world of film to Schmoedown fans.
Dissing them
I think
Turtles
I'm gonna
movies. Well, the Bay Turtles, go right ahead. I don't care.
No, that's an
I
actual
actually
question. You're
refuse to
actually-
even
okay,
watch them.
Honestly, I'll be surprised if I get 2 questions right. And if I do end up winning this, it's
Here
one of
we
the greatest
go.
achievements in mankind.
Here we
Right
go.
up there with the
Setting
moon
up
landing,
the mind
invention of the wheel,
games.
the first time we all saw JT's Patriots poncho.
I'm trying to help, Cody. It's a mark to how poor things have gotten that my attempts to uplift this young man of promise and to bring him to a new level where he's able to experience the world, that is seen as harassment. It's a really sad
I
testament.
get that he's
to
trying to
the
be the
movie trivia
professor,
Schmoedown, I think.
the
So I'm at the
professor,
spectacular,
but
just minding my own business, and this
the
guy,
glasses
again,
are a
Lon,
little
the person
much.
I've never
A
met
little
in my life,
much.
just following me around, just harassing me, constantly asking me all these questions, and I got fed
I
up
think
with
he
it.
stole
Fine,
Peter
I guess
Parker's
he's gone. I'm
glasses.
playing him now. Congratulations, Lon.
Give them back
You
to
know,
Cody,
I
Lon.
feel for you. I do that you've been let down by so many. You've been let down by parents, peers, the Schmoedown, a system that just doesn't care about
He
the
not
way that
part
you've been
of the
wallowing in
system.
ignorance, and that is why
He
today,
do it
Cody,
on the
I'm
grind.
delighted to teach you a lesson.
Lon, you're probably going to kick my ass today. But if you don't, it's going to be one of the greatest things that's ever happened, and the student is going to become the master. Go Wangers, yeah!
And if it
And
doesn't,
you
well,
see
at least
that
it's
Lon
Friday.
Harris very, very cocky, as you might surmise, and Cody Hall looking happy to be here, but I also can sense a little bit of fire in that belly of his.
Of Cody Hall? That
Yeah.
looked like fire to you?
Yeah.
It looked like he got detention, but that this wasn't a cute 80s movie where there's a song and a dance going on. He just looked like he was in trouble. The professor is clearly gracing us
Oh,
with
by the
his
way,
presence.
yes, I am
thank him, and
wearing
he
that shirt that
brings
my
an
my
intelligent
happy birthday
film
gift
discussion to the show.
is
I am
made.
not on his payroll like you
Happy
apparently are. But
birthday.
we do have a tale of the tape. Believe it or not, Cody Hall does have some
Everybody
strengths
seems
in the
to
movie
like that
trivia
one.
Schmoedown,
Yeah.
and we're going to see what those are right now. Ken, tell us about each one of these fellas.
Cody Hall, who by the way has a record of
Cody
0-4,
Hall,
his strengths
comic
include
book movies,
horror
nothing
movies,
else.
and Pixar
Should be
movies.
nothing
Oh,
else.
What are you, a millennial?
It should
I
be
get
comic
it.
book movies and ...
The Professor, Lon
That's it.
Harris, his strengths include classics, fantasy, sci-fi,
Having a
and
big
German
brain.
expressionist.
Brain
This
had a
is a
very
real
big
competitor.
Do we have a
brain.
German I'm getting the no sign. We do not have a German expressionist wheel slice. However, that there wheel that's going to be appearing in round 2 does have some of the strengths and maybe a weakness or two of each one of the competitors. Ken, I am ready to go. I am so excited about Cody Hall possibly upsetting Lon the Professor Harris.
You know what, Mark? I'm ready too. It's going to be a great match. You ready? I'm ready?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia
Schmoedown.
Introducing first, representing the Wangers, with a record of 0 wins. I say 0 wins and 1 defeat. Weighing in at 105 pounds with his wallet, the web slinger, Cody Hall.
Oh, and
He's wearing the Toon Squad.
Is everything okay? Whoa, Cops.
He
Lot of
wearing
aggression there. Cody
Michael
handling it quickly,
Jordan.
That is Michael Jeffrey Jordan from the Toon Squad, Ken.
All right, you see, Copster almost couldn't fit through that curtain.
The Air Jordan man not walking
The
through
broad
that
shoulders of
door
Copster, are they large
to
enough to
impart
carry Cody
his
Hall
wisdom
onto
upon
victory
you,
today?
boy.
His opponent, representing the School of the Elites, with
On
a
the
record
paradise.
of 1
Jamaica
glorious win
won't go
and
by, did it
0
in Atomic Paradise.
The Professor, Lon
So
Harris.
quilts a discount price, living in
Professor Lon
Atomic
Harris.
Paradise.
Ken?
Gimme.
Handed out his syllabi for Cody Hall. He's handed out the syllabi. It's great. He has assigned Cody certain books to read, including his own book, The Guide to Extremely Basic Concepts.
I'll be right back.
Cody
Gotta
Hall,
get my
5th
white
edition, pages 176 to 190.
Now, this
Make
is
sure you get the 4th edition.
This is a very
yes.
detailed syllabus
Put the
of the
damn
class
thing.
that Lon Harris has prepared for Cody Hall. Lon, would you like us to read the course description, or would you like to take the...
Oh, I did not save I handed out all the syllabi.
Oh, you can gladly have mine, please.
So,
By all means, take mine.
You're going to need that. You're going to need that.
Okay, look, I will read off very quickly for the audience before we begin. This is the course description of the class that the professor has so kindly prepared for Cody Hall. This course provides an overview of the traditional 20th century film canon with an emphasis on classic significant films.
I apologize,
that Cody Hall
folks.
has
That's
never
what happens
seen.
when you're not
So
prepared in
essentially,
advance.
every film that does not feature adolescent mutated reptiles that have somehow
Marker check.
defied ball logic
The
acquired
marker
martial arts
works.
skills. By the end of the semester, Mr. Hall should demonstrate baseline proficiency and understanding in film theory with a rudimentary knowledge of films that don't feature interstellar vehicle impersonating robots, for the love of God. That sounds like a pretty intense class, Ken.
Mark, next time remind me we need to work on your elocution.
Hmm.
You project from the diaphragm.
Wow. He'll get it. All right. I am ready. If you want to read the competitors' rules or state them to Cody, if you need Copster to explain them in detail, let us know.
Let me
Appreciate
elocute the rules for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Not used properly.
In
Rules
round
for the
number
movie
one,
trivia
each competitor
Schmoedown.
is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different film categories. Each question is worth 1 point. As soon as we ask the question up here at the answer desk, please write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. When we ask you to reveal your answer, please show your whiteboard to our television cameras at the same
To
time
the
you
people,
verbalize it
for them
into
to
the
say
microphone
incorrect.
in front of you. Each question, again, is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is obviously no stealing in round 1. If a competitor should get all 8 questions right in round 1, you will be asked a bonus question that is to you and to you only. Keep in mind you do have JTE rules and challenges.
Not the
that can be
JTH rule.
used
Thank you.
throughout the duration of the 3-round
Been a while since I've
match.
said that.
Competitors, do you understand the rules?
I think so.
Do you
Seemed clear
accept them?
enough.
All right.
What happened to avoiding the kidney punches and the rabbit punches?
Ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
3 rounds to a finish.
All right. here we
Language,
are.
please.
Kicking off things. Lon, you came out to the Dangerous Minds theme song. Are you indicating that you are also a former Marine professor?
I'm a beautiful, alluring professor. I was going for that part.
All right, to each their own. In the first category, the world of animated movies. These are movies that are drawn by hand or otherwise. Ants and A Bug's Life. Both came out in 1998. But which film was theatrically released first?
1998 was a great year for me. I had a full head of hair. It was one of my favorites.
That's pretty impressive. Again, 50-50 shot here, and we go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lon Harris,
I was
your
gonna say
attempted
Bugs Life.
answer.
I believe the first film to come out was Ants.
That is correct for 1 point. Cody Hall, what did you have?
I got it right too. It's Ants.
I had a 50-50 chance and got it wrong.
Look at the reaction here.
I'm losing to
And it
Cody
seems
Hall.
like the crowd is slightly rooting for the upset. Unbelievable.
Can you tell me what percentage chance you had of getting that right? It was 50%. It was
Doesn't
the
matter,
answer is
still
50.
correct.
All right.
I'll take it.
Question
What
number 2.
percentage did I have a chance of getting it wrong?
Coming in, this is in the category of
50%.
comedy.
Answer was
The Young
100%.
Pictures. What number are Bill and Ted thinking of when they play the guessing game with their future selves in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Who was Bill and Ted?
Thinking about that one. Professor Cody Hall seems to know his math
What
better
the
than Lon Harris.
5, 4,
So you got infinite numbers to choose from.
1.
12.
Cody Hall.
We'll go with 69.
That is correct.
Good number. Lon Harris?
It's actually 69, dude.
Can we? Is that a half point more? Is that a half point? Can I? No?
Getting the no
Okay.
sign from the judges. So tied at 2-2. Cody does not seem to be fazed by the overall favoritism of the professor from the fans at large. He does seem to have a home crowd advantage here. Our next category comes from what this match has already provided us: dramas. Your question is: Matt Damon
I thought
and
it was
Ed
comedy.
Norton play cards to pay off their gambling debt in what film? You ever had a gambling debt that you paid off with playing cards?
Not yet. I'm still working on it.
We go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Casino.
The professor, your answer.
I believe the film is Rounders.
Give the man a point.
Oh.
Cody Hall.
It was Rounders.
Cody's got 3 points more than me.
Perfect. So far, this might be the earliest in the history of the Schmoedown somebody's actually chanted for a competitor. That either means Cody is great or nobody thought he would win.
The latter.
Question 4. Question 4. Category horror thriller. Horror thriller. Who played the serial killer Stuntman Mike in Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof?
Like that Q man, huh?
He's
You want him to do a Star Trek movie?
foul language. I don't approve of foul language.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cody Hall.
Is that Kurt Russell?
Give him a point. Juan Harris.
Watch, when you present a right answer, do it with confidence. It's Kurt Russell.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I actually like
If
that
you didn't
Cody's
say
learning
it,
a little bit something about how to
Cody
become a man.
better
Juan Harris
than
was actually a team-up
JTH.
sometime
That's
in
what
the
this
future.
is all about.
I don't think that's what it's all about. Number 5, your category is action adventure. Competitors action adventure, and your question therein: who directed Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol? Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol. That Tom Cruise keeps doing stunts and he keeps getting injured, Ken.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you're in your 50s and you're jumping from planes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Professor.
The answer is Brad Bird.
That's correct.
He got that one right. Can Cody Hall match?
I can.
We are perfect through 5.
I'm writing a person with 27
You
letters.
know, when you
and it's
allow
one with
Cody
8.
to write the questions, it's much easier for him to get them correct.
Regardless of who
Lon,
we're
you have
like,
taught Cody very, very well.
and
To
Oh, you
the point
guys
where
don't like
everyone is
that?
amazed that he is so
Question
good.
6. Question 6. Category is family films. What your parents are going to let you watch tonight, Cody. Who played the Queen in the 2012 film Mirror Mirror?
Oh boy, did I fall in love with that movie. Yeah, that popular movie in Schmoes No War. Yeah. Christian was more level-headed about it. Me,
Concerned.
fell in love. I was wrapped up in a world of adventure.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's go Emma
1.
Watson.
Pens down. I'm going to need an answer.
Cody Hall, who you got?
It's Julia Roberts. No.
That is correct.
He had no idea. He had no idea. Wow.
Professor?
Professor.
I've not seen this juvenile film. I guess Kate Blanchett.
Oh, wow. Okay. Ken.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Copster!
Ken,
Sir,
I
come
would-
back and get my eraser.
Oh, he's rattled.
I would like everyone in the studio and at home to know that that was not a win. Cody Hall did not actually win a match right there. That was just the overexuberance of Copster. That was Copster
This is
Cody
gonna be
enacting
one
one
of
of my
them
favorite movies
matches,
of all time,
isn't it?
Saving Silverman, the Steve Zahn character, to the Jason Biggs currently on stage against who would be Amanda Pete. Now we have 2 questions left in round number 1, and Cody Hall, against all odds, still pitching a perfect game. 2 more questions correctly, and he gets a bonus question just to himself. Your next category: romantic comedies. Romantic comedies. Your question is: who does Sandra Bullock romance in The Proposal? Sandra
Need the
Bullock
actor's name?
romance In the, we would prefer the actor's name, yes.
It's a good character name as well.
It'd be amazing if you knew the character name.
I don't.
We go to
5, 4, 3, 2,
Brad
and 1.
Pitt.
Pens down.
The Professor.
I really wish we would get some films that aren't American films from the last few years, but I guess Chris O'Donnell?
Incorrect.
And
Cody?
in his reaction, Cody revealed the answer to us. That
Ryan
is
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, and it is correct. It's a 2-point game. And Cody Hall is one answer away from pitching a perfect round. Don't worry, crowd. We got it under control up here.
I share
To
your
some
sentiment,
degree. Of course,
Ken.
if Cody wins, there's going to be a
Even
riot.
though
You and
I
just need to
don't
get the hell
like
out the back
you
entrance. Your last
anymore.
category comes from movie release dates. Ken has the question.
All right, movie release dates, like Mark said. Final question is, the first Iron Man movie was released in what year?
I'm
Perfect round.
actually going to get one
Hall
right
could
because it's
be.
2008.
Lon Harris, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cody Hall, your answer for
2008.
perfect round. It is in fact 2008. And Cody Hall
That's
has
right.
thrown a perfect
He
round
miraculously
one.
got all 8 right, so.
And the crowd clearly favoring Cody. Lon Harris, to stay competitive at this point, your answer.
It's 2005.
Oh,
Oh, come on, Lon.
All right.
boy. Okay.
You did
Ken,
that
before
on
we ask Cody his
purpose.
bonus question that will be to him and him only, Lon Harris will not be competing in this. Here's something that's really interesting is that Cody Hall is now going to be up 8-5
Yeah.
as of right now. Lon Harris, step and step with Cody for a while, then Cody just dusted him.
Right.
Before we go to round 2, where Lon will have an opportunity to come back here maybe with one of his favorite categories, Cody Hall gets one bonus question. This is worth 1 point, Cody. There is no penalty for missing the question. And it is, from any category potentially, your question is, in what 1980s movie will you hear the quote, "If it bleeds, we can kill it"?
Alien.
Everybody. I wasn't born in the 80s. I'm sorry. I don't know. Predator.
1 point for Cody. 1 point for
Are
Cody.
you telling me so many lucky?
And the irony is, I
Maybe
heard
a
that
lucky
from
guess
Lon
counter
during a
could
movie
indicate
fight scene. I
something
forgot which
more.
one it was.
Cody Hall has a 9-5 lead at the end of round 1.
You know, you can't actually guess when it's at a formal exam. You have to speak from experience.
An answer's an
knowledge.
answer, man. All right.
Look, Cody is from that
seven.
generation that needs participation trophies. They need to be encouraged, and this is an encouragement for Cody and his generation.
My
This is what
jaw's
they
not
need,
down
and
there
it's
yet,
cute, but now let's
but
get
it's
to
about
that
halfway
part.
down.
That's right. Cody Hall
Fortunately, my
was
scruff will
born
probably
in, I
cushion
believe,
the
the year
blow when it hits it.
2003. Lon Harris born during the Great Depression, and they're clashing together right now. And the wheel has come out in round 2, where fortunes can change based on which category the wheel
Plot
of destiny
twist.
spins.
They're just
Each
going to replace
question
every
in round 2
wedge
is
with
worth
opponent's
2
choice
points.
when Lon spins.
Again, there's no penalty for missing a question. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask for multiple choice, at which point you'll be presented with 4 options, one of which is correct. That case, your question's value is reduced to 1 point. Keep in mind, competitors, there is stealing available in round 2 if the competitor who was first asked the question does not get the correct answer. Once you spin the wheel, if you're not sure of the category, you want to go for another one, you do have one mulligan, which is sports speak for you get to spin again. Once you spin that wheel again, you must take
It's from
whatever
golf.
the wheel
Take
lands
notes.
on. Cody Hall, you are in the lead against the odds by 4 points. Would you like to spin first or defer to your professor?
I'll go first.
All right, Cody's going to give it a big spin.
That sometimes puts the
Pixar,
pressure on your opponent.
Pixar
It's a
fine.
good strategy.
All
I
right,
can
mixed
to
understand.
bags
such
on
a
there.
large lead, it might be
Robbie,
hard.
Robbie,
to feel
Robbie Williams has
insurmountable.
literally been on there
Cody
like the
Hall
last
sizing the wheel
5
at the
matches.
base,
They're just waiting
just
for
like
somebody to spin it.
they teach you to do.
They're literally waiting for somebody to spin Robbie Williams and keep
The
it.
spin, and it is mixed bag.
Nope.
Gonna go again.
Not trusting it with
Spin
mixed
again.
bag. Cody Hall, give that a big spin for your mulligan. Here comes his category, Ken.
Good spin.
He went away from mixed bags. You got to think Cody Hall was
Yeah.
looking for something more recent, fair, like comic book movies.
Something he can control, a category he knows.
And it could be opponent's choice. Wow.
Oh, boy. Well,
And this is where the teacher can really
Yeah.
hold the iron over the student. Lon
What a
Harris.
wonderful educational
Classics.
opportunity this is going to be. I think we have to go with classic.
We don't have to.
there we
We
go.
really don't have to.
He's going with classics. Ken Knapsack will be administering the questions to young Cody Hall. I'll be asking Lon the questions.
There is some
Ken,
form of movie trivia
please,
got up
let's
there.
see if Cody is educated in the world of classics.
All right, 4 questions in the category.
Wait, I
of
need to give my
classic.
reaction when I was
First
given
one, in
classics
which
during my
Jerry
worldwide
Lewis
movie trivia
film
match.
does his character never speak?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with multiple choice on that one, Ken.
A, the Big Mouth. B, Hardly Working. C, the Bellboy. D, Cinderfella.
A.
It is incorrect for a steal.
See.
believe it's the Bellboy, see?
That is correct. 1 point
Yeah.
steal.
All right, so Lon Harris already gaining traction on Cody Hall during Cody Hall's category.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Second question. What classic comedy features a leopard, Katharine Hepburn, and Cary Grant?
Ken, I think I'm going to go multiple choice again on that.
Choices are A, The Odd Couple, B, Baby Boomer, C, Some Like It
The
Hot,
Odd Couple.
D, Bringing Up Baby.
And we go to 5, 4.
D.
That is correct for a point. That is correct for a point.
Ken, I don't even know if he knew the name of the movie he was guessing, but he knew the letter D, and that was enough to get him a point.
That's all you need.
You're a
I'm
wonderful
inclined to
guesser.
believe that.
Third question out of 4. Who plays seasoned and crooked Senator Joseph Harrison Payne in the classic Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
Humphrey Bogart.
Can you repeat it?
That is
a
one
JTE rule.
Who plays seasoned and crooked Senator Joseph Harrison Payne in the classic Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
Yeah, multiple choice.
A, Claude Rains. B,
Yep,
Clark
that was wrong.
Gable. C, Lee Marvin. D, Edward Arnold.
Claude Rains.
I haven't guessed it yet, so let's go C.
That is incorrect for Steele.
D, Edward Arnold.
That is incorrect as well. Looking for Claude Rains. Claude Rains.
Okay, so Ken, Cody kind of navigating his way through this category thus far. One more question remains, and this does ensure that he will still have some semblance of a lead once he is done with this very brutal category on a young man.
Right. All right. Final question. What 1950s classic adventure film that is based on a novel was directed by John Huston and starred Gregory Peck and Orson Welles?
And you're not going to believe this, but I'm going to go multiple choice again.
A, The Thornbirds. B, The Scarlet Letter. C, Moby Dick. D, The Golden Bowl.
Scarlet Letter.
5, 4.
A.
Incorrect for Steele.
The Golden Bowl? D?
Incorrect. Looking for
Oh.
Moby Dick.
Oh.
Moby Dick.
All right, so Ken, it is now 10-6 because Cody did get a point and their Lon also got a point, so it's still a 4-point game either way. Here's the interesting scenario to remember is that Classics was considered a strength of
Yeah.
the Professor, so that's now off the wheel, so he's going to have to spin something else, and the points he could have gotten with Classics have been severely diminished because Cody kept checking multiple choice.
Absolutely.
Lon Harris, you now have a spin.
Hoping for German expressionist film.
My spin was better. My spin was totally better.
You can wish in one hand and crap in the other, Ken.
I have.
And it's going to land on, that could be spinner's choice. No,
Ooh,
Coming of age,
ooh,
coming of
that was
age.
close.
I think I will spin again.
He's going to spin again.
Lon Harris does not enjoy watching young people fall in love.
Mm.
Good spin by the professor.
That's
The
a much better
professor's been using
second
the
spin.
college gym.
Some gymnastics.
All right, we could have directors, family films
Family
appears
films
to be the
is
spin.
good.
Ugh.
All right, Lon Harris, family
Not
films. You know, Ken
Look
made
at
the joke about
certainty,
Cody
that's
watching
for
them later
certain.
on tonight. Maybe Cody gets a pizza because he also could be walking away here with a win, and this category is going to go a long way to determine that.
Yeah, if
Your
Cody
first
wins, do we all
question,
get pizza?
Lon, to you and to you only as of right now.
I'll
Family
take
films. What nickname
Supreme
was given
Pizza,
to the intimidating duo
extra
of
pepper.
enforcers Fulton Reed and Dean Portman in D2, The Mighty Ducks?
I will have to go multiple choice for this inanely juvenile question.
All right. Is it A, Scare Pair, B, Bash Brothers, C, Dynamic Duo, or D, Bash and Dash?
I will go with B, Bash Brothers.
He
That's
got a
correct
point.
for a boy.
He got a point, and he is now 3 away.
And the
from
crowd goes
Cody
mild.
Hall. Well, on your next question. What is the name of the lifeguard in the family classic, The Sandlot?
I will again go multiple choice on this.
Ah!
All right, your
Out of strength.
options
Clearly.
are, is it A, Haley Goodfarer, B, Wendy Peppercorn, C, Julie Gaffney, or D, Sarah Santorelli?
recognize B from. I'll go with B. Wendy Peppercorn.
Give him another point,
That's
Ken.
correct. That's correct.
Give him another point, and you can
You
hear
can
a
clap,
pin drop
people.
in
It's
the
all
crowd
right.
when they
You
found
know
out
how
Lon had
to
guessed
clap.
correctly.
Yeah.
Lon, you may not have won the favorite of the home
Repeat.
audience.
Educated guess.
Repeat.
Tell you this, he
Repeat.
is now one correct answer away from possibly tying. He could still have a lead going into round number 3. Your next question. What pizza chain delivers to Mike through
Domino's.
the drainage grate?
Domino's.
1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This is a 10. Tab's 13. You're 2 minutes
I'll
late,
go
dude.
multiple choice again. I specifically in the syllabus mentioned mutated reptile questions. Very disappointed.
Maybe
Wise
Cody handing
man
you a
said,
syllabus at the
forgiveness
end of
is
this
divine,
match.
but never
Is it
pay
A,
full
Domino's,
price for late
B,
pizza.
Godfather's Pizza,
Domino's.
C, Pizza Hut, or D, Mazzio's Pizza?
I will guess C. Pizza Hut.
No.
That is incorrect. Cody Hall for the steal.
I don't know for sure, but is it D?
That is
Incorrect.
Incorrect
Looking
as well.
Domino.
Domino's is the
I knew they had
correct
that
answer.
That was before their crust turned to cardboard.
I have the app on my phone. Thanks for the memories, Domino's. Your last question.
Yes.
And if you get this right without the need of multiple choice, you will tie Cody Hall at 10 going into round 3. In the world of family movies, mild-mannered Don Knotts leaves life as a milquetoast bookkeeper and begins a new life as a talking fish. In what live-action animated film?
I believe it's the incredible Mr. Limpet.
2 points for
points to
Ron
tie.
Harris.
Yay!
And we are tied at 10.
Somebody got a
after 2
question
rounds,
right
the
without
all-important
saying,
third round.
I will
Ken,
need
we're
multiple
going in with a
choice,
tie.
please.
I am shocked at the way we ended up with this tie. How are you feeling about the professor versus the underdog
I
Cody?
am actually having trouble breathing, and it's not because I have most of my meals at Sizzler with the professor. This is intense. I must admit that.
And you got to wonder if there's anything in that syllabus for either one on how to handle pressure. Competitors in round 3, you're each going to get a series of 3 questions.
2.
Those
They're one of those
questions are gonna be
matches, so
determined by a
always
number that you
pick
provide to us up here at
2.
the desk. Because we're tied, but Lon Harris is the favorite in the match, he actually gets to give us his 3 numbers first. Those numbers are going to range from 1 to 20, and like I said, they correspond to 3 different movie categories. Your first question is worth 2 points, your next question is worth 3 points, and your last question is worth 5 points. Should we get that far? Again, there's no stealing in round 3, nor is there a penalty for missing a question. Lon, we're going to get your series of numbers first, from 1 to 20. What is your lucky draw?
I'll do 4, 9, and 15.
Oh, wrong numbers.
4, 9,
Terrible numbers.
and 15. And now, Cody Hall, your 3 digits.
Let's go 3, 10, 17.
3, 10,
Thank you.
Wrong
and
numbers.
17. The
You
crowd,
both
a big fan of those numbers.
Woo!
Now,
Yes!
Cody Hall, you are the underdog, so you will be answering the first question for 2 points. Your category, number 3, corresponds to war movies.
And the question is, 2-point question.
What is it good for?
Denzel Washington won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar in 1989 for his role in what war movie?
Is that Glory?
That is correct. So, Ron, what numbers do you
How did we get to this point?
Lon Harris, you are now up. Hopefully you do not utter a swear word after you answer this question. Horror thriller is your category. For 2 points, in the movie Evil Dead 2, what does Ash attach to the stump of his right arm?
A chainsaw. I actually know one of these.
That would be a chainsaw.
That's correct.
2
Yay!
points. For the professor,
Yay!
we are
I
once again tied.
remembered
We go back to
something.
Cody Hall, Ken.
All right. Your next number was the number 10. Number 10. 3-point question in the
10,
category
10,
of comic
10,
book movies. 3 points. Who plays the primary villain, Chodovsky, in the 2011 movie The Green
Christoph Waltz. I got another one.
Christoph Waltz.
That's correct for 3
Wow.
points.
Yeah!
Oh, boy.
I'm cheering
Cody
for my
Hall
own
tough enough to play. Colin Pagoon's a
correctness.
strength for his, lucky enough to get it with a three-pointer. We'll see if Lon's three-pointer is also a strength of his. Lon, you chose the number 9. That corresponds up here to an actress by the name of Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie movies for 3 points. Your question is, for which film did Angelina Jolie receive her only
I do
acting
not know
Oscar
that.
win?
The film is Girl Interrupted.
We're tied
That's
again.
correct.
At least one.
Tied again, and we go into round 3.
All right. Cody Hall, you used all your toes and fingers to select the number 17. That is the category of Oscar movies.
Oh, cool.
Boy.
This is a 5-point question.
Which means
Jeremy
it's
Irons won
very,
the Best
very
Actor
hard.
Oscar in the 1990 film. Please provide the name. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
I'll repeat it a little more clearer there. Jeremy. All right, maybe I won't. Jeremy Irons won the Best Actor Oscar in 1990 for what film?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Yeah, I don't know.
1.
Incorrect.
Not fielding
No answer.
an
Reversal
answer.
of fortune,
Yep.
much like this game right now.
Been going back and forth.
Got
in the
him.
game. We are tied right now, and if you're joining us late, it's weird because this is on the internet. You can just go back and watch the beginning of the match first. In any event,
Oh,
it is
Mark
15
and
to
Ken just
15.
trying to
Lon
one-up
has
each
one
other on
5-point question.
comedy.
If he gets this right, he wins the match. If he gets it wrong, we go to sudden death overtime. The number
Come on, Lon.
Harris
Spare
selected
us.
for his 5-point category
Spare
was
us.
Number 15.
Number 15. That corresponds up here to the 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
1980s movies. And your question is, in History of the World Part 1, what actor plays Emperor Nero?
I believe that's Mel Brooks.
Is incorrect. You're looking for Dom DeLuise. Dom DeLuise.
You
is the
tricked
answer.
me.
And we got us an old-fashioned overtime match.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
That means we
In
get
overtime, each competitor
Short.
once again gives their friend the whiteboard on the desk. We're going to ask a
Did
question.
they keep
and
it,
could be from
or
any
did they
category.
do away
The
with
question
it?
is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. What's going to happen is we ask the question up here. You guys do your best to write it down, a lot like round 1. When we ask you for the answer, we'll go name by name. Show us what your best attempt at an answer was at the same time you verbalize it. We will not confirm or deny if that is the correct answer until we receive
What is
the
happening
guesses
with
from
this
both
match?
competitors. The first person to gain a lead in overtime will be crowned the winner.
Did the
immediately.
movie
The
trivia
competitors
gods try to
understand the
call
rules like
down,
that.
but they're getting a busy signal right now?
We need a verbal combination, just like sitting in the exit
Are
row.
they?
Ken,
Have they been put?
you're up
Is
first.
Christian putting them
All
on
right,
hold?
First question in sudden death overtime. What musical chronicles the signing of the Declaration of Independence?
Ken, who would have thought that Cody Hall could even take Lon Harris to overtime?
Guessing it's not Independence Day.
4, 3, 2, 1. Professor
1776.
Cody Hall.
Nothing.
And your winner, the Professor.
I guess they finally got through it.
What an incredible match. Congratulations, hats and bandanas off to Lon, the Professor Harris, but Cody Hall, what fight, what spunk, what moxie that kid showed. He might not be done just yet in the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Look, I don't want to say I was a know-it-all, but all of you were disparaging Cody Hall earlier, saying he had no chance. Clearly, Lon recognized his potential and built him up and infused confidence into Cody Hall. Cody Hall could go on to greatness, and that is in thanks and large part, to what the professor taught him here today.
You know, every kid in college
Well
has
said,
that one
Ken.
professor that really steers
You've
them in that
redeemed a
right
little
direction.
bit of
Lon
your,
Harris is probably never going to be that
hatred
guy
from
to
me.
anyone. However, Cody Hall, what a match he had today. Now we go to Perry Nemiroff, who is backstage with both an interview with the loser and the winner, Lon the Professor Harris. Perry, take it away.
Hey guys, I'm here with the Professor Lon Harris. Lon, I have to be honest. I thought you were just going to torpedo the motto "Stay in School" with that match. It made me a little nervous.
Well, listen, a lot of the times if you come on too strong with a young person, they retreat into themselves. They give up. And what I want to do is, encourage young Cody. Let him know maybe there's an off chance that you could actually do well, and bring him into the fold. Let him really experience the Schmoedown.
So what you're saying is that was all planned. You were never getting a little nervous that Cody might steal that win from you.
Was I getting nervous? No, I was not getting nervous. I mean, it was not planned, but it was my way of, being encouraging, being a good mentor, and being sort of, I don't want to say a father figure, but okay, I will say it, a father figure to young Cody.
So let's say you were being a professor for yourself after that match. Would you add anything to your own syllabus? Do you need to change what you're doing in all these?
Well, now that I realize how much of the Schmoedown's time is going to be spent on Sandlot sequels and Ninja Tortoise films, maybe I'll spend a little bit of time looking at some of these sort of, children's entertainment.
Obscure,
and
ridiculous,
overall, I still perform
theatrical
pretty
You might actually
releases.
enjoy Mighty Ducks in the Sandlot, I have to say.
This was actually about D2, which I believe would be a follow-up to the. I did
A
not know.
very good
why
follow-up,
would
might
you
I add.
follow up, but
All right, so you went after Cody in this match, and everyone was surprised that you picked Cody for your next match. Do you have your sights set on one of the top players now?
well, yes, I do want to go for some of the top-tier talent, some of the strongest competitors in the Schmoedown, and that's why I've decided next I plan to challenge Christian.
Harloff?
No, Christian Ruvalcaba, a.k.a. Cobster.
Well,
You're going
then,
down, Cobster.
going for someone who's 0-6 seems like it might be a smart
Listen,
move right now.
There's a theme to all of this, and it is young people with great potential that's going untapped, that's going sadly unrealized. And that's why I'd like to bring in Cody. Here is my wing. Come, join under my wing. I would like you to become
Who
my
I would like to
first
see him play
acolyte.
next,
What are your
honestly. And
plans
by
for
him,
the
I mean
future,
Lon.
I
I'd like to see him
guess
play
we
Mark
need some
Andreyko
stuff.
next.
I would say you do, and I
I'd
think
be
that
very
there is
interested
a
to
room
see
for
that
you
match.
in my class. We will see about maybe one day.
I know
moving you
technically
up in the
records
class, but now
don't
you'll
really
start at the
line
bottom
up,
of the
but at the
class.
same time, there's not really a
And,
whole lot
we'll
of
train you. We will
2-0
educate you
players
hopefully
out
within
there,
maybe
or
a few
players that
years,
are
who
2+
knows, 7,
in the win
10,
column.
12 years.
Like
You
Mark
too
is
could be
2 and
competing
2.
at a high.
But he's
Schmoedown
had decent
I'm
showings.
excited.
And who knows,
believe
Lon,
so.
you might actually learn something from Cody too, and everyone could become better players.
Sometimes you gotta
No.
follow the rankings as
Oh,
much as you
okay.
follow the
Hey,
win-loss
yes,
total.
Sure,
Give yourself a
theoretically.
little credit after that match.
Okay, fine.
Glad we settled on that. All right. Congratulations, guys. Have
Thank
fun
you.
doing the whole acolyte thing, whatever that is. Back to you guys.
Ken, if you thought the match itself was surprising, how about what just went down backstage? Enemies becoming friends, generations melding into one.
I mean, I'm looking at the syllabi provided here, the copies by the professor, and Cody is very smart. He saw what he almost accomplished today, and he realized to get to the next level, he must learn more at the foot of the professor. It makes perfect sense to me.
This is a great syllabus. The last movie that
Which
was
means the
required
next
viewing
end
on
credit
here,
scene will
Resident
take
Evil
place at a
Extinction
Dunkin'
in the year
Donuts.
2007, and then he says, "I'm just
Lon
kidding,
Harris
Cody. You
will
watched
literally
quite enough
pop
of this
out of
garbage.
the donut.
No more films based on video games for you," and it does appear that Cody now has somebody to mentor him through the movie Trivia Schmoedown waters. Very shocking development here, Ken. And let's talk about the match itself. Cody really hung in there.
Yeah, I mean, look, I told you up top, Cody has it in him. He sits there every day pressing buttons, watching Movie Talk. All these titles kind of roll around his head. He just doesn't know what to do with that knowledge. Maybe now he'll get that. And the professor, look, some stumbling blocks. We all
just
know
wants to
in
use
the
that knowledge to
competition,
play video
under the
games.
lights,
Video
sometimes things
games.
happen. That doesn't take anything away from his knowledge. He, going forward, has to be considered for a championship title run.
1776, great year for our country, not so much for Cody Hall anymore. We want to thank everybody for tuning in, and do not
you can
forget
say
to
that.
check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Go over there and support it so we can have more great matches
Yes.
like this one.
Last
Subscribe
I
right here to
checked,
Collider
there
Video.
is now
Check out the Facebook page, Movie
1,506,
Trivia Schmoedown, and check out the Schmoedown
I believe.
Rundown on iTunes.
I believe that's how many I've seen
Knapsack,
last
thank
time,
you
so they
much for
hit
joining us here
1,500,
today.
which
Best
is
of
great to
luck in your
see.
future travels. I am merely Mark Baby Carrots Ellis signing off. We'll catch you real soon here on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and what just happened? Let's talk about it. This is your Schmoedown breakdown.
And your winner!
In what was thought to be an easy victory for Lon Harris, he stumbles late in the first round and saw Cody Hall go 8 for 8 and get the bonus. It was a shocking turn of events.
Oh, wow, okay.
Breaking
This now gives
news.
3
Cody
straight
did not
matches,
just win the
which
match.
The player has earned a perfect round. Moving on, some way, somehow, this match went to overtime, and that's where Lon finally got the W by a final score of 16-15. Now, diving into the numbers for this match, despite Cody starting 9
Definitely
for 9,
love the box
the
score.
rest of the way he went just 3 of 9. For a total
That round 2,
accuracy
though,
of
ooh,
67%.
doesn't look too good.
Lon Harris wasn't much better either, but he answered correctly when it mattered most. His unadjusted accuracy, which does not include steals, was 69% for this match. For all things Schmoedown stats, go check out SD Rundown Stats on Twitter, and be sure to check out the Schmoedown Rundown podcast this Saturday on the SK Plus YouTube channel or on the Schmoes Know podcast feed.
Special
this week
guest
we are joined
Patrick
by our
Campbell.
good friend Patrick Campbell to help
The
break
name
down his
rings a
past
bell.
week in
Trying to
the
remember
Schmoedown.
exactly where I've heard it
This
from.
has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.
So there we go. That was that. Yeah. Us Schmoedown fans can breathe a huge sigh of relief, for sanity has prevailed. Lon Harris did in fact get the job done, although I just skip a few heartbeats and whew. So yeah, where Lon Harris goes from here, hopefully slightly more higher up competition. Let's say that. Cody Hall, though, yeah. Okay, moving on. So yeah, Cody was Cody. He did what he could, but fortunately, the movie trivia gods finally showed up, and writer has prevailed. Lon Harris is victorious. So with that being said, that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. You can follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1. I post every single one of these reactions to my Twitter page. Join the Facebook page for Movie Trivia Schmoedown, and as they said, join the Patreon page. It is always welcome for anybody to support the Schmoedown in every way, shape possible. So, with that being said, until next time, this is JTH saying thank you for watching, and until next time, I bid you adieu.